Welcome back. Joining us now is Osiakwan from Ghana, entrepreneur in technology. You investing in so many. Tell us more about your organization.
Well, I ran a small micro VC called Shanzo Capital, based out of Ghana. I am a technology entrepreneur. I helped build a lot of ISPs, internet businesses, in the late 90s. And then now I'm investing in the next generation of entrepreneurs. So I'm an angel investor. I invest very early stage in the businesses. I help create product. I help build a team. I help look for customers. I help sort of grow the business and then hopefully exit the business.
For any students now watching the show, wanting to know how to start, tell us more, take us back to the first steps. What is it you had to do as a young entrepreneur from Ghana to be successful?
I think the first thing is to have a very curious mind, to be creative, to think outside the box, and not be caught up in the normal course of life, which is, go to school, finish, look for a job, white-collar job, and just stick along with life as it is. I think for me, what was very interesting was that I was very creative. I thought outside the box. When I finished school, I worked for a few companies, but I merely said, look, I can do something different, right? And I also saw myself as a producer. I saw myself as somebody who wants to make an impact on my generation, on my society, and not just tag along with life as it is. And I think this is increasingly important because I think that in the 21st century, the world is changing where increasingly we need more people who are, producers and not just consumers. So as a student, you need to start thinking about how you can be a producer. And I think that the fundamental of this is that everybody's unique. Everybody has a unique talent and a unique skill. Mm-hmm. So look within yourself and ask yourself, what's that unique thing that I am made for that I can do very easily, right? That comes to you naturally. Yes. And look at it in terms of how does it solve a societal problem or a challenge. And that is the beginning of entrepreneurship. That's when you start unleashing your creative ability or your creative juices, as I like to put it. And this is what I do. I spend time looking for entrepreneurs around the continent of Africa who are unleashing their creative ability, of course, in technology, because that's what I know, and using that to solve problems, right? And I begin to work with them, and I bring in a little bit of capital, but most importantly, I bring my experience as somebody who's built a lot of businesses, so I know how to do this, how to make mistakes, how not to do certain things wrongly, and I mentor. I'm very actively involved in the business and build them up. So I think that this is important for Miami. I've just been here for a few days. Miami is merging, it's transforming. There's a lot of stuff going on. I was in Wynwood. I love the whole art district that is emerging there. I was in the design quarters also. And I think that as a student, you need to start asking yourself, how do I become a part of this new transformation of Miami, right? Yeah. And it starts with being curious. It starts with thinking outside the box, and it starts with telling yourself, I want to be a producer, I want to contribute my bit to the society.
That is wonderful, starting with the point of saying, I want to make an impact, I want to be a producer, that desire. Your company is in Ghana, but you expand that all the way to the continent of Africa. Tell us more about the investment that you do there.
Well, so when I started in my early life, when we pioneered internet in Africa, I was all over the continent, right? I've set up business in about 32 African countries. Again, just to put it in context, Africa is a continent of 54 countries. Absolutely. So, different culture, different people. So I got initially exposed to the continent. And I think part of my DNA just loves travel and curiosity and that sort of stuff. So I enjoyed doing that. And so based on that experience, I'm now investing, again, it's like this is my second iteration, right? Investing across the continent. I currently have 8 startups in 6 countries. And these countries are Ghana, Nigeria, Kenya, South Africa, Senegal. I'm looking actively into Ivory Coast now. And so we have startups in these countries, and I spend time there with the entrepreneurs. We cross-pollinate with other investors, other angels. We co-invest and that sort of stuff.
I'm curious to know how many employees that you have, how many members you have in your company.
On average, each of the companies, this new trade, I have roughly 5 people in the team. So they are all very early stage companies. The biggest among them is a company that I invested in 2005. It currently employs 40 people. So I would say, it's taking them 10 years to get to 40 people. But in Ghana, that's fairly a decent achievement. And I think that this new set of companies that I invested in the last 3 years will grow and will employ more people.
You are now in United States, and especially here at Miami-Dade College. Any interest to invest in the United States? Is it part of your visit?
Okay, the thing about investing is that you invest in what you know and where you know, right? And you invest in people. So for now, my focus is primarily in Africa because that's where a lot of my experience is. The reason why I got invited is a very good friend of mine, Derek, who moved from Boston here and a very entrepreneurial, sort of invited me to the event because I was interested in connecting to Africa. So Derek, Sean connected with Derek Pearson, and like I said, when I came, I found that there's a great entrepreneurial ecosystem. There's a lot happening. Miami is, in my view, again, this is just my 2 days of exploring here, is like going through this transformation that will sort of herald the next phase of the city. So that's exciting. I met a few interesting business people yesterday over lunch and driving around and looking around. So I always like to say never say never. And so if there's an
it's a market to explore, right?
It's a market to explore, and also the world is a global village today.
Yes.
So today the Chinese are investing everywhere. Why not? If there's an opportunity and the right parameters, I'll be happy to explore it. But I think that there's something happening here, and it's exciting.
Wow. Thank you so much, Eric. I appreciate the time that we had and learned from you, and hopefully our viewers as well will learn more, and especially the students from Miami-Dade College. Thank you so much.
Thank you also for having me.
All right, stay with us. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back with much more.